The next topic of design and analysis of algorithms is depth first search algorithm. So DFS is a graph traversal algorithm and it is applying the traversing or a search graph in a systematic fashion, and it applies a strategy that searches a deeper in the graph whenever it is possible, and depth first search algorithm it is implemented by stack data structure. And this is the depth first search example tree diagram. Here we are seeing the tree. It contains some nodes. The first source node it is A, and that first depth node is B. Then B the depth node it is E. Then that immediate depth node of the vertex B is F. Then A to C, that is the next depth node, and final depth node it is D. So this is the way, that is searching fashion, it has been implemented in the depth first search tree. And this is the implementation steps of the depth first search algorithm. Here first we have to create and maintain a 4 variables for the each vertex of the graph. So for any vertex B of the graph, these 4 variables it should be contained. First, color variable. That variable represents the color of the vertex B at a given point of time. So here the what are all the possible colors of variable? Here white it is initially, then it is going to be turned on gray. When that final node it will be getting detected, then that time that node color it will be turned into black. So here white color vertex, that signifies it has been discovered, it has not been discovered yet. And as well as the gray color of the vertex signifies it has been discovered and it is being processed. And finally the black color of the vertex signifies that it has been completely processed. And next we introduce that similar the pi variable we have introduced in the breadth first search. That variable which is used to represent, that is the predecessor of the vertex B, and as well as the destination vertex is used to represents with the timestamp when a vertex B is discovered. But when we are going to be finalized it, that's why we introduce the new variable of f of v. That f of v is used to represents that variable, which variable we identified as the destination variable, that variable is a final variable that represents with the timestamp when it is processing the vertex v, that time it is completed. So this is the depth first search algorithm, that is depth first search algorithm, which is denoted as DFS. Vertex is denoted as V and edge denoted as capital E. So first, for each vertex we are going to deduct with the letter of U in initially, that denoted in the graph, that is vertex of the graph. So first, initially when we are going to deduct that the color of the vertex, that time this color will be white. So that time, so it do not contain any predecessor node, that's why pi variable is denoted as nil. And initially it is the very starting point of time, so that's why that time which is going to be follow the universal clock time, that's why when we are going to process the very starting node or first node, that time it represents as 0. Then when we are processing the vertex v of g, so that color it will be white, then we have to apply the depth first search algorithm. What will happen after applying the depth first search algorithm on the vertex U? So here first that node color it will be turned into white to gray. Then automatically that time unit which is going to be incremented by 1. So then in that destination vertex immediately it is stored by that time unit. And as well as every vertex of u that adjacent of to v if itself means then that immediate next vertex that is that color of u it will be white means then what we have to do that is the next predecessor that is predecessor which is going to be stored as a v. So here what is the predecessor very first starting node now it is going to be act as a v, then that next immediate white it is going to be act as a u vertex. So here we are applying on the depth first search on u node, then automatically that is when it is finally that is not the node it has not be visited then that time that color node it will be turned into black and automatically the time unit also get increased by 1, then that final time will be stored on the vertex node. So that is the total unit of time. Here in this slide, um, that algorithm it has been explained in a um, depth. So that explanation we have given in the previous slide. So here that each vertex of the graph initialize the variables along with the color with white and it does not have initially any predecessor. That's why we are putting nil and the time unit we are going to use as a global variable of acting as a timer. So initially the time variable is 0. So we have to repeat the following procedure until all the vertices of the graph become black color. So consider any white vertex V. This call that depth first search function on it. So when we are going to call that depth first search algorithm on the graph for every vertexes, so initially the color which is going to be gray, then automatically we will increase the time unit as 1. Then that destination of the vertex which is going to be stored the time value, then it is going to be immediately traveled to the next adjacent white vertex. So then that white vertex of u of v, then it is going to be set the predecessor time unit in the previous vertex which value we have stored that value we are going to be used in the pi value. And then immediately we are going to call that the depth first search algorithm on the graph for the new node. So till if there is no any nodes is not available for the further visiting, then that node it will be turned into black color and we are going to be increased the time unit by 1. So this is that final time unit it is considered as that visiting overall visiting time of the depth first search node. So it is using the constant unit of time. So that is the depth first time complexity also, which is going to be used to that average complexity that is the theta of v plus e. Here we are introducing the 4 different edges on the depth first tree search tree. So first it is a tree edge. A tree edge it is an edge and that is included in the depth first tree. Similarly, the baggage. Baggage here an edge vertex u to one of its ancestor v. It is called as baggage. And additionally, that is if a node or vertex it contains any self loop, that is also considered as a baggage. So here the baggage is discovered when that depth first search algorithm tries to extend the visit from a vertex U to vertex B. So, and vertex B is found to be the ancestor of vertex U, and then that time gray at that time. So next it is the forward edge. Forward edge, it is a edge, a vertex U to one of its descendants. V is called as a forward edge. So when a forward edge is discovered, so first DFS tries to extend the visit from the vertex U to vertex V, and finds that color V is equal to black. Then that time the destination of vertex which is greater than 2, it is ancestor vertex U. Cross edge, it is an interesting edge, that edge from a vertex U to a vertex V. That is neither its ancestor and nor its descendant is called as a cross edge. So when a cross edge is discovered, depth first search tree tries to extend the visit from a vertex U to vertex V, and finds that the color of V, that particular vertex, is a black color, and similarly that vertex time unit, destination of vertex time unit, which is less than that its ancestor of destination of U. Here we have to implement the depth first tree for the given graph. Here you can see the totally six different vertices U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, and particularly Z contains a self edge. Self edge means it is considered as a back self loop edge, that is back edge, and U contains a two depth node. One it is V and another one it is X. Immediately V, it contains a destination node, that is Y, and Y contains the destination node, it is X, and X also contains a destination node to V. So that is X to V is called as, that edge is called as a back edge. And now you can see that vertices W, that is that independent node, that independent vertex, but it is connected the vertex Y. So now you can see it is called as a cross edge, and also it has the another one node, that is Z. That Z particularly contains a self edge. Self edge I have already discussed that self edge, it is considered as back edge. It is the given graph of the first solution step. So first step, initially for all the vertices of the graph, we set the variables. So first we are going to define that all the nodes of the color, it is equal to white. Then none of the nodes, it does not contain any ancestor, so that initially that ancestor variable, predecessor variable will be nil. Then we have to assign the global time unit as 0. What we have to do now, we have to introduce the starting vertex. So here U is the starting vertex, so it is the very beginning step of the algorithm. Then that node or vertex turned into gray color. So what is the global unit of time we have stored in initially? It is 0. That is resetted as 0th value. Now that time unit getting incremented by 1. So that time unit we have stored on the vertex U. So that is 1 unit of time we have stored on the vertex U. Now what is the it is that pi variable, it is storing that vertex, that is u is the predecessor for the v. Then immediately that v of that vertex white color turned into gray, then destination of time unit get incremented. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That 2 unit of time value is stored on the destination variable. Now the predecessor variable is v. Then immediately the next vertex turned into white to gray, that is y. So what is that now time unit? At that time unit already, that is ancestor v time unit 2 plus 1 unit getting incremented, that 3 time unit for the destination variable of 3. And now the predecessor pi variable is y. Then that immediate next vertex, that is x, which is going to be turned into y to gray. Then that ancestor predecessor time unit 3 plus and 1 unit of incremented for the vertex x. Now that is destination of the vertex value is 4. Now algorithm tries to extend the visit from vertex x to vertex v, and particularly vertex v is the ancestor of vertex x, and it has already discovered vertex v. Now it is gray color, and the edge xv edge, which is represented as a dot edge, that denoted as b, that is b, it has been back edge. So now that is the current node x. We do not have any visit on the new nodes. That's why it is that gray color which is going to be turned into black now, and the time unit, it is getting incremented by 1. So that's why that final visiting time of the x, destination unit of x, is 5. And as well as that is that ancestor of x, it is y, that is visiting that final node, means that particular y node also, now it is going to be turned into black. So that time unit also getting incremented by 1. So that is the next level of the depth. So that time unit now stored as a 6. So v, that is the that back edge connected that vertex, that is the, it also has not visited any further new vertex. So that's why that final destination of time, it has been getting incremented 6 plus 1 7, that has been stored in the vertex v. And depth first search tries to extend the visit from vertex u to vertex x. It finds vertex x has been already completely processed. So now vertex x has finished as a black. So vertex u has still not finished. So now the depth first search tries to extend the visit from u to vertex x. So now that color of that vertex x is already black, and that is the destination of x weight is greater than its ancestor weight. So that's why here we introduced an edge, forward edge, and it has been represented with the variable of f. So now u, that is also going to be turned into black because it do not visit any new nodes. So that's why it's finally it has been turned into black, and as well as that time unit getting incremented by 1. So that is the final time unit of vertex u. Now it is equal to 8. Now that vertex u turned into black, now you can see that another white node of w that is going to be processed. Now that vertex color which is going to be turned into gray, and that time unit also getting incremented by 1. So now that is the maximum time for the visiting of this graph. It is 8, that plus 1 unit of time getting incremented. That time now it is going to be stored on the destination variable of w is 9. So now that node w or vertex w, it extends the visit from its place to vertex y. So that time it finds vertex y has already been completely processed. That is, vertex has finished. Vertex y is neither a descendant or nor an ancestor of vertex w, but alternatively, when DFS tries to extend the visit from vertex w to vertex y, it finds that color is already black, and as well as that is that the destination of y weight is less than destination of weight of the w vertex. So that's why in this place too, we have introduced a new edge. It is called as C, denoted by C, and it is cross edge. Now vertex W, it extends its edge into new node. So that is that new node of W. That is color of W. It is already gray, and that gray now it is going to be traveled into the new node of color Z. That is going to be turned into white to gray, and the very first variable pi, it is a predecessor variable. The predecessor of z is equal to w, and automatically that predecessor weight it is 9, and 1 unit of time it is getting incremented for the visiting for the new node, and that destination weight now it is equal to 10. Here the node 10, it contains self edge. Self edge, it is also considered as back edge. So that's why it is noted in the dot with the variable of b. So what will happen automatically, that back edge also getting incremented, that color now it is turned into black, and the time unit it is getting incremented by 11. That is the finally processed of that vertex time unit. Now it is 11. So now that is, once again, if you are going to see, that is color of W, now it is going to be turned into finally black. So that is the total time unit. It is Z, it is from 11 plus 1 unit of time it is getting incremented. That is 11 plus 1, 12. That is the final processed time unit for the W is 12. Now all the nodes from the source node U2 and that is the destination node Z, all are completely processed, and all the different edges also has been introduced particularly in the graph like forward edge, backward edge, cross edge, and self edge. Self edge it is also called as a backward edge. So this is the way here we are processing the problem.